Good morning, everyone. Today is Advent Sunday, isn't it? I wonder how many of you know what the word Advent means? Did you know that the word ad comes from the word to, and the word vent comes from the word come? So it means to come. This means it is something that is going to happen. Ooh, I wonder how you feel when something is coming up that you can't wait for it to happen. Maybe it's your birthday and you're feeling really excited because you know you're going to get presents for your birthday. But those days leading up to your birthday just seem to go so slowly. Oh, it's quite hard, isn't it? Maybe for others of you, you're looking forward to that time when you get to go on holiday. It's been a bit hard this year, hasn't it? Because for some of us, we haven't been able to go on holiday because of lockdowns or because of issues with travel. It's quite tough, isn't it, when something you're expecting to happen hasn't quite happened yet. Some of you might be excited because this Christmas you are going to have those 5 days to be able to see your family members or special people from the 3 households that can mix together. You might not have seen them since March, so it's been a long anticipated wait, but it's finally going to be here in the next few weeks. That's quite exciting, isn't it? So I wonder what we mean when we're looking at the word Advent and why we call this Advent Sunday. Well, did you know that Advent Sunday is the first Sunday in the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas? This is when we wait and we anticipate both the birth of Jesus as we look back and reflect on what he's done for us, but also that we look forward to the time when Jesus is going to come back to take us to be with him and his Father in heaven. That is so exciting, isn't it? That God, he has a plan for our lives. And so God sent Jesus down to earth, didn't he? First as a baby to grow and teach us about him. And then we can also use this Christmas time as we look and we reflect on the fact that God is going to come back and he's going to take us to be with him in heaven. This is exciting times. Now I wonder, how do you prepare for Christmas? Do you maybe get your decorations up? So here I have some Christmas lights. Now I haven't put them up yet. I need to hurry up, don't I? So I'm going to be putting them up later today so that my house can be all sparkly, ready for the 1st of December. That will be quite exciting and help to get me in the Christmas mood. I've also started to put up some greenery around my home. I've put some greenery up and around my mantelpiece, and I can flick a switch so it has some sparkly lights in it. Now I wonder if you know why we put up greenery in our homes and in our churches. Sometimes this can be a Christmas tree, sometimes it can just be a simple piece of greenery like this that we can stick across our mantelpiece or maybe up our banister. Did you know that when we put up greenery in our homes, it helps us to remind us of the everlasting life that we can have through Jesus and what he did for us at Christmas? Did you know that outside in the world there are trees that are called evergreen trees because they are green all year round? So where some trees like the oaks, they lose their leaves, don't they, at Christmas time? Evergreens are there and are always looking green. Now, as we look about things that are green, we turn to the fact that this is called Advent Sunday. And as we look at Advent Sunday, we think about Advent wreaths and the candles that we light on these Sundays. Shall we light this first candle and say the words? We light this first Advent candle to remind us of the Advent hope. Jesus is coming again. The night is nearly over. The day is almost here. So let us put aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armour of light. Here is an amazing looking Advent wreath. How big is this Advent wreath? It is huge, isn't it? Hanging in this church in Germany. It's a very clear reminder of God. Now, how do we know that it's a clear reminder of God? Well, did you know that that circle of the Advent wreath, That is a reminder of the fact that God has no beginning and no end, just like a circle. His love will go on and on and on for us. He has no beginning and no end because he will live forever. Now, can you see, just poking up through the top of the Advent wreath, what can you see up there? Can you see the candles that are poking through? There are 5 candles in an Advent wreath. There are 4 on the outside and there is one special white one in the middle. The 4 candles on the outside represent the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas Day. It's also a time of waiting. It reminds us of the 4 centuries between the prophet Malachi and the birth of Jesus. Now I think you're probably guessing what that white candle in the middle is, aren't you? You might be right if you think that that white candle represents Jesus. It does. That is the final candle and is lit on Christmas Day as a reminder that Jesus came as a light of the world. Did you know that it says in John chapter 8 verses 12 that Jesus says, "I am the light of the world. He who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." And did you know that as we are Christians and we've learnt about Jesus and God and we have them living in our hearts, it also means that we are called to be light to others in these times. I wonder what you could do this Christmas to help you to remind yourself of what is to come. Have you got yourself an Advent calendar maybe? I have in front of me, I have an Advent calendar here. This is a special Advent calendar because it has little pockets that you can see in the picture above. These are little pockets that I can fill with lots of treats for my children. And each of these pockets, they're numbered, aren't they? And so, as my children eat the chocolates in each of the pockets, they know they're getting a day closer to Christmas. Now, you might have a chocolate Advent calendar at home. I wonder how excited you are about eating each of those chocolates one a day. Did you know that this week I've been talking to a local author from Tunbridge Wells, and she has created the most amazing different Advent calendar. This Advent calendar is called Waiting for Christmas. It tells the Christmas story, and on each day you get the opportunity to do some colouring. Should we have a look inside just to have a quick sneak peek to see what she's got available for you? On page 1, we start our story about Advent. And can you see that as well as doing colouring in this book, you can also do some Scrabble words where you get to try and decipher some Christmas words out of some jumbled up letters. This is a really fun way of reminding yourself of the Christmas story as we lead ourselves into Christmas Day. You have 60 pages of colouring, so it's a really fun book. I will put the link to this book in the description below. So, this holiday season, I hope you have fun getting ready for Christmas and that you don't forget the reason we celebrate Christmas, the one who came to save us so that we can have a relationship with God. Have fun this week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have fun today.